Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to this session on trading economic news. We're just about to prepare for the US unemployment rate that is due out shortly. So let's get started. So we'll just quickly go through the motion of the trading plan. As usual, I start off with the economic calendar. So going to the economic calendar for today. Today is Friday, the 4th of June. And again, always make sure you're using your own time zone. So I'm currently in Rwanda, so my time zone is GMT +2. So the times I'll be quoting GMT +2 times. So today is Friday, the 4th of June. And the two main markets we're looking at is the Euro US dollar and the dollar Canadian dollar. So let's have a look. So we can see that for today, the main reports due out at 2:30, which is in about 10 minutes time. At 2:30, we have the Canadian unemployment rate. So that's a huge report that would affect the Canadian stock market and currencies paired with the Canadian dollar. And since we're trading the USD Canadian dollar, that would affect that market. But at the same time, the most important report for today and this week, at the same time, is the US unemployment rate and the non-farm payrolls. This is a report of huge importance. This US unemployment rate and non-farm payrolls report comes out on the first Friday of every month. It's a highly anticipated report. Everyone is expecting this report. It affects all financial markets, you know, the fixed income securities market, the stock market, the global stock market, all currency pairs, commodities market. All the financial markets are affected by this report. So there's always a high probability of the markets trending sideways prior to this report. So that's why we avoided trading and waited till this time before we look for trading opportunities. So those are the two big reports due out today. But like I said, the most important one is the US unemployment rate and the non-farm payrolls. Okay, so that's the problem we're preparing for. Again, I try and avoid placing my pending orders, you know, a long time before the report. We still have 10 more minutes before the report is due out. So I like to place my pending orders about 5 minutes or less before the report is due out. But we can start having a look at the charts and getting ready. So starting with the Euro US dollar. So we can see that the Euro US dollar is just trending sideways, which is what we sort of expect prior to the economic report. But you can see it's quite far away from the pivot point, and it's close to the first support. But obviously, the pivot point and the first support are clearly outside this sideways trend. But because the pivot point is quite a distance from the market, I can probably go ahead and place my pending buy order now. But I'll wait till about 5 minutes till the report before I place the sell order. But I'll go ahead and place the buy order. So you can see the pivot point is 1.2154. So to buy 2 pips above that to be 1.2156, 1.2156, 1.2156. With a 20 pip stop loss, 1.2136, and a 60 pips profit limit. I'm just going to bring my calculator out. So that'll be 2156. Plus 60, so that's 2216, so that's 1.2216. Okay, so that's the pending buy order with a 20 pips stop loss, 60 pips profit limit. And like I said, I'll come back in about 3 minutes to place the sell order. So let's go to the USD CAD. So with the USD CAD, again, you can see trending sideways between R1 and the pivot point. So again, you can see it's closer to R1 than the pivot point. So I'll place my pending sell order just below the pivot point first. So you can see the pivot point there is 1.20847. So around that up to 1.2085. So 2 pips below that would be 1.2083. So I'm going to sell 2 pips below the pivot point at 1.2083. And 20 pips stop loss will be 2083 plus 30. Sorry, plus 20. So that'll be 2103. 1.2103. And 60 pips profit limit to be 2083 minus 60. So that'll be 2023. So 83 minus 60 is 23. Okay. So I've got this pending sell order there. And then like I said, I'll wait till 5 minutes to the report, which is about 2 minutes time, and I'll place the buy order for USD and the sell order for Euro US dollar. But I'll just quickly look at the other markets that I trade. So we can see the pound dollar has already broken the pivot point, so I can't use that to trade. So you only have R1 and S1 available. Again, the dollar yen has broken the pivot point here, so I can't use it to trade. The euro yen has broken S1 and broken S2 and is now trending below S2. So the dollar Swiss franc, you can see that's trending sideways between R1 and the pivot point. So this one I can place a pending order just below the pivot point, and also a buy order just above R1. And R1 is 9646, 965, so 967, 0.967, 0.947. Okay. All right, so Aussie dollar, again, we can see it's trending sideways between the pivot and S1. So I'll just place a buy order just above the pivot. So that's 7688. 0.7688. That's 0.7668. And the New Zealand dollar, same, it's just trending sideways between the pivot and S1. So that's 71708. So that's 7171. So 2 pips above that would be 7173. 0.7173. And 20 pip stop loss would be 7153. So it's now 4 minutes to the report, so we can go back to the Euro USD and place a pending sell order just below S1 at 2092. So 1.2092, and 20 pip stop loss will be 2092 plus 20. So that's 2112. So that's 1.2112, and 60 pips profit limit to be 1.2092 minus 60. That will be 92032. Okay, so I've got sell order ready, and let's do the dollar USD CAD. With the buy order, R1 is 2140. So 2 pips above that will be 1.2142. 1.2142. 1.2142. 20 pips stop loss will be 1.2122. And 60 pips profit limit will be 2142 plus 60. So that's 2202. 1.2202. Okay, so I'm all set now. The report is due out in 2 minutes. So I'm all set to see how the market reacts to the report, but I've decided where I want to enter the market once the report is announced. Okay, so any questions? If you have any questions, you can either click the hand button or send your questions through the question box. Once the report is announced, we'll give it about a minute and then we'll end the session and we'll carry on the platform. But like I said, there's not much else to do. Once you've decided where to enter the market and you've got your stop and profit limit in place, then you basically leave the rest of the market to decide what it wants to do. But I have decided where I'm going to enter the market once the report is announced. So we have 1 more minute. 1 more minute and we'll see how the market reacts. So like I say, if you have any questions, do raise your hand or send your question through the question box. If you have any questions, comments, like I said, once the report is announced, we'll give it about a minute and end the session and catch up on the platform. Of course, the recording of the session too will be posted on the platform. So you can see the market is getting ready to react, but we have no idea what the report will be and how the market will react. But as a trader, you just want to react. If the market goes up, you want to buy. If it goes down, you want to sell. That's what you're more concerned with as a trader. You're not bothered about what the report says per se. It's just how the market reacts to the report that you're concerned about. So you can see my buy order there has been taken and my sell order for the dollar Swiss franc has been taken. We'll see what happens with the dollar CAD and the Euro USD. Okay, so like I said, decisions have been made. We just see what the market does. Okay, so like I say, if there are no questions, I wish you all a good day. Happy trading, and we'll catch up on the platform. Take care.